Willie D Live.
And here's the thing, uh, with all the success that you've had with George's Music Room and all of the artists, the memories that you created, I would suspect that there had to be some issues. There had to be some problems, some valleys, right? With all of those peaks, there had to be some valleys.
Oh, definitely.
Because when you started, I think '69. You started George's Music Room in '69.
Mm-hmm.
So that meant that you had 45s, and then you went through that. You had 8 tracks.
8 tracks
You
was
had
first. It was 8 tracks, 45s, and albums.
Yeah, 8 tracks, 45s, and albums, and
Yeah.
then came the CD.
Yes.
And then came the cassette first, and then the
Cassette,
CD.
then CD. Yeah.
Came the cassette, then the CD.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking, like, with all of these changes, your biggest problem, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, absolutely, but I'm thinking the biggest problem had to be the modernization of music.
Yeah.
I mean, am I on to something here?
Well,
Like,
it wasn't a modernization. It was a transition of music from analog to digital. And then the CD is compressed. That's why when you listen to an album and versus the same CD, you hear the difference. But it's almost like what's going on right now with artificial intelligence and what have you. This so-called music they call today, which is just beats. And all of this music, you go to the clubs, the things that our young people are growing up with now, look, it's like when Smokey Robinson taught you how to say I'm sorry to a girl. Temptations, the girl's all right with me.
Mm-hmm.
My girl. These songs you grew up with, and, it was part of the soundtrack of your life.
Mm-hmm.
When rap first started, they sampled the classic songs. And so the whole family could enjoy them. Now, you need somebody to interpret what the hell they're saying. And you got to get a 10-year-old kid. Because you don't know what they're saying, but it's that same beat. It's not music. And we're being so programmed now for self-destruction. That's what's going on right now. Because we're being led by the most powerful music ever created in the world, and it's hip-hop. But what it is today, it's dangerous.
How do you change the trajectory?
I don't know, because now you have parents that are growing up playing it for their kids. There was no such thing as social media a few years ago. Now everybody has their own television in their hand. They're creating these images.
Yeah, I can't say that when I was growing up, there was a separation between parent and child in the music the adult music that the kids were allowed to listen to.
Yeah.
Even me, I mean, I was making music that had explicit lyrics, and I wouldn't let my kids listen to it.
Exactly.
I wouldn't let my kids listen to it until they got to be a certain age where they understood what they was listening to, and I would explain to them, what they were listening to. But first I would ask them, well, what do you listen to? What do you hear?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think? And what do you get from this? I would have those type of conversations with them. But I see now oftentimes these kids are just, oh man.
They're on their own. But
some of them are actually rapping the lyrics themselves.
They
They're
know 'em.
using these No, I'm talking about actually like they're a little artist. I saw a little rapper, a little dude, had to be no more than 5, 6 years
Cussing
old.
and everything. Yeah.
Cussing, talking about he got hoes and something like this and that.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
If that's what he's exposed to. See, because just like when you were saying you were talking to your kids, but your kids got to go to school with these other kids whose parents aren't like you. It was just like, remember when they came out with parental advisory stickers?
Yeah.
I was parental advisory before they had the damn sticker. Look, little, so you ain't buying this. This is music we wouldn't play in the store on our speakers outside. If you want this, you bring your parents in. And parents would come, and I explained to them, what the lyrics are and what have you. And if you're sure you want your child to have this, well, he got his Walkman, as long as I ain't got to hear it. And then they would buy it. Not realizing the same issues and would program them to like Muddy Waters and Hollow Wolf and what have you, the music that they heard, the Temptations, Motown sound, program them the same way this music. And now it's going to another stage now where when it got so explicit, when radio stopped wanting to beep because they had to bleep out too much, then they started breaking records where? At the strip clubs.